Call Social Services to order. Before we get started, I want to welcome Maureen as our new commissioner. So welcome, Maureen, and we're glad to have you here as the commissioner now. First thing we'd like to do is ask for approval of the minutes of the previous meeting. Do we have a motion? Supervisor Sokol, Supervisor Simpson. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, and we will turn it over to Maureen to proceed with the agenda.
All right, we're going to start with 4. Action item A is a personnel request. The notice of intent to fill the vacant position of caseworker number 6 in the foster care adoption unit due to the resignation of Dominique Rowland. Grade 14, step 0, salary $36,093, and to backfill any vacancies created by promotion effective October 18, 2014.
We have a motion to get this on the floor. Supervisor Vanslo, seconded by Supervisor Simpson. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And it carries. On to B.
B is finance request. Request for transfer of funds in the amount of $50,000, $25,000 from salaries regular to salaries overtime, and $25,000 from salaries regular to salaries part-time.
Okay, do we have a motion? Supervisor Frazier, seconded by Supervisor Strahl. Any discussion on this? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. We want to move on to number 5 and do the countryside agenda now, Dean?
Yes, thank you. Item number 1 is permission to revise the existing contract with Mahoney Notify to include the quarterly fire monitoring fee of $85.50.
Motion by Supervisor Simpson, seconded by Supervisor Strahl. Any discussion? Supervisor Vanslo?
I just look, both of these requests, and with the sentence, this was requested by purchasing department. Is there a little backstory to that? Is it upgrades that they're recommending, or?
I don't know if you would know, it's just something that Julie Pacina asked us to do, to have contracts for all of these things. The $85.50, we normally have a contract with Mahoney, but the $85.50 was not included in that, so she asked us to include it in order to pay it. And then the same with the other one, she asked us to get a contract for that service, because we didn't have an existing one.
Yeah, so I think the understanding here is that this isn't new. They've been doing it, but they haven't had a contract, and when it was brought to our attention, I don't know, I spoke to a bunch of people about it, but we ought to have contracts for whenever pest control is on, because, you know, if something goes wrong, we want to make sure we have a contract that protects us on liability. I mean, when you're putting these chemicals around. So, that's why we're encouraging these contracts. So the service itself is not new, it's a matter of catching the paperwork up with what's actually happening.
Any other questions? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, number 2.
Permission to renew the contract with Orkin for pest removal services in the amount of $86.65 a month.
We have a motion, Supervisor Frazier. We have a second, Supervisor Simpson. Any discussion on this one? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
And the last item I have is just the overtime report, which is on the back of the agenda.
Okay, is there any questions on the overtime report? All right, if anybody does develop any questions, certainly contact Dan, who should be happy to deal with it. In that case, we will move back to Maureen and number 6.
And Julie's going to give her report.
First one is our overtime report, which has gone down, and if you notice, all hours paid this last pay period was CPS only. So for Child Protective Services, they're all mandated. It was home visits, new reports, removals. Unfortunately, with needing a new caseworker, there'll be overtime starting in foster care, I'm sure.
Until we catch up with a new caseworker. And we also have their seniors out on extended maternity leave, so they're really down 2 people, so they have requested some overtime to catch up on from their notes and things, so it will be coming.
All right.
And then the budget revenue report, I don't know if anybody has any questions. The revenue's still down a little bit. I'm really expecting like 1 month with a lot of revenue. I'm not sure if the treasurer has everything posted that's come in. Usually I check that before committee, but Dan was real busy yesterday, so I didn't find out from him what he has posted. So the revenue showing is what has been posted for the month of September.
Okay, anything else in regard to the budget, revenues, expenses this month? All right. Anything else for social services this morning? Wow. All right, not hearing anything else, so I would ask for a motion to adjourn. Supervisor Stroud, very quick off the draw. Supervisor Vanswell, all those in favor?
Not a bad first thing there for you.
Scoring points, Maureen.